Before the first light of morning reached the stone streets of Jerusalem, the city slept in uneasy silence. Some whispered of a man whose name struck terror into the hearts of those who followed a new way. Saul, his eyes burned with conviction, his mind sharpened with knowledge, his soul armored in pride and certainty. To him, law was life, obedience was holiness, and any who opposed the truth as he knew it were enemies to be destroyed. He did not see cruelty in his actions. He saw devotion, he saw justice, he saw himself as a servant of God. But somewhere in the depths of his soul, a whisper of doubt lingered, faint, almost imperceptible, a tremor buried beneath layers of certainty. What if everything you believed was about to change? Saul's childhood was not like other children's. While boys and girls ran through the streets chasing games, Saul sat at home, memorizing the laws of God. He recited verses perfectly before he could tie his sandals. Other children dreamed. Saul learned discipline. Other children made friends. Saul learned argument. Every correction, every reprimand, every word of praise from his parents and elders carved the framework of a man who would one day destroy anyone he saw as a threat to God's law. Pride crept in quietly, hidden beneath devotion. It was comfortable, safe. His certainty became a cocoon, and he wrapped himself in it, blind to mercy, blind to grace. When he was sent to Jerusalem to study under Gamaliel, Saul's mind sharpened further. He devoured scripture. He argued with masters. He silenced peers. He became known not only for intelligence but for absolute confidence. Every debate he won fueled a sense of divine approval. Every lesson mastered strengthened the belief that he was God's chosen weapon. But even as he rose, a quiet shadow stirred, a subtle question: what if understanding law is not the same as knowing God? Saul buried it. He had no time for such weakness. And then came the rumors. Jesus of Nazareth healed the sick, raised the dead, forgave sins, rebuked the proud, welcomed the outcast. The world seemed to whisper his name, and Saul felt rage ignite inside him like fire. How dare this man claim authority? How dare he twist God's truth? How dare he speak of mercy and grace while claiming to be the Son of God? Every tale he heard made his chest tighten. Every miracle he heard of burned a hole in his certainty. He could not allow this. He would destroy it. When Jesus was crucified, Saul exhaled with relief. The threat was gone, order restored, blasphemy silenced, but it did not last. 3 days later, whispers returned. The tomb was empty. Jesus appeared alive. His followers spoke boldly, healed in his name, preached without fear. Faith multiplied. Even priests whispered among themselves. Saul's certainty faltered. Rage replaced relief. He would not allow this rebellion to grow. He must act. And so he began, house by house, street by street, dragging men, women, elders, children. Chains clinking, cries echoing, mothers screaming, families breaking apart. Every sound confirmed righteousness. Every tear confirmed duty. Every step of destruction was worship. To Saul, obedience was salvation. And he believed God was pleased. Then came Stephen, a man full of faith, speaking words Saul considered blasphemy. Stones hurled, flesh torn, blood on stone, and yet, in the midst of death, Stephen prayed for mercy over his killers. Saul watched, approved, but a tremor ran through him. Why does this man die with peace? Why does he not curse? Why does he scream in anger? Saul buried the thought. Questions were dangerous. Certainty was life. Believers fled Jerusalem, spreading their faith to other cities. The fire Saul tried to extinguish only grew brighter. Damascus, a city filled with those who claimed Jesus as Lord. Saul's fury intensified. He went to the high priest, requested letters, permission to arrest believers, authorization to drag them in chains. The priest dipped the quill. Ink met parchment. Wax sealed the letter. Authority now lay in Saul's hands. He felt unstoppable, legal, certain, holy, and yet, the shadow of doubt whispered faintly in the back of his mind, what if I am wrong? He crushed it. Duty must prevail. The journey to Damascus began. Days of walking, heat blazing, dust stinging eyes, nights cold, companions silent except for whispered plans. Saul imagined the terror Damascus would feel. Believers trembling, fear spreading like fire. His chest swelled with pride. Every step brought him closer to victory. Every mile confirmed his righteousness. Then, as they neared the city, something happened. Midday, sun high, suddenly, a light shattered the sky, brighter than the sun, stronger than any lightning Saul had seen. It was not of this world. It engulfed him. His sword fell. His legs gave out. His companions froze. The ground trembled. Terror unlike any earthly fear gripped them all. And then the voice spoke. Not loud, not distant, it entered Saul's soul with authority that pierced every wall he had built around himself. Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me? His mind raced. Who are you, Lord? The answer struck like thunder. I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting. Everything shattered. Saul's certainty, his pride, his devotion, his understanding of right and wrong. The man he believed was false was alive. The people he persecuted were serving God. The righteousness he clung to was rebellion. And in that instant, the hunter became the hunted. The light vanished. Darkness enveloped him. Blind, helpless, the great persecutor reduced to a trembling soul. His companions led him by hand into Damascus, the city he came to destroy, now a city he entered as a broken captive. 3 days in darkness, no food, no water, only memory and despair. Every scream he caused, every tear he ignored, every home he shattered, Stephen's prayer echoing, and over it all, the repeated question, "Why are you persecuting me?" Saul prayed, not with confidence, but desperation. Not with hope, but surrender. Not for himself, but for the weight of guilt crushing him. He begged for mercy, he waited for death, he waited for judgment, and then obedience answered him. In Damascus, a disciple named Ananias received a vision. God told him to go to Saul. Restore his sight, welcome him. Ananias trembled. Saul's reputation was fearsome, but he obeyed. He entered the room, laid hands upon Saul, spoke words that would rewrite a life. "Brother Saul, Jesus has sent me that you may see again." And in that moment, scales fell from Saul's eyes. Light returned, tears fell, but more than sight, understanding. Old Saul died, new Saul rose. The chains of guilt, pride, and false certainty dissolved. Days later, shock spread through Damascus. Saul, the feared persecutor, preached Jesus as Lord in the very synagogues he once destroyed. Murmurs of disbelief, plots of murder, threats from those who feared the change. Yet Saul escaped under cover of night, lowered in a basket over the wall. The hunter had become the hunted. Years passed. Saul became Paul. He crossed deserts, seas, faced whips, stones, imprisonment, hunger, betrayal, yet his voice never ceased. He planted churches, wrote letters, preached grace, preached mercy, preached hope, and every time he told his story, his eyes softened. I was blind, but now I see. The road to Damascus is not only a place on a map. It is a symbol, a warning, and a promise, that no pride is too high, no darkness too deep, no past too violent, no soul too lost, and the question remains, for those who believe, they are right, for those who fight in the name of truth, for those who wield their certainty like a sword. What if everything you believed was about to change? Because the same Jesus who stopped Saul still speaks, still shines, still transforms, and sometimes, even the proudest, strongest, most certain souls are brought to their knees. And when that light comes, everything you thought you knew can be rewritten forever.